What's up, everybody? I would like to talk a little bit with you, very informal, from person to person, so to say, about Authentic Sound, the channel. Recently I had a video up about how we should proceed, what your suggestions would be, and the feedback was actually great. On Facebook, I got some personal mails. If we see on YouTube, just to go over it very quickly, I had a lot of input here. So Mohammed writes that it's perfect. He would like to see Haydn, Handel, Scarlatti, and of other famous contemporaries of famous composer would help on your channel, and dying for more of Costa's music. Great to read, that's coming up. Ashton Gleckman, who is a wonderful film composer, you should check out his channel as well. He would like me to dive into the Beethoven sonatas and talk extensively about them. That for sure we're going to do. That's the nature of the title actually of the channel, From Bach to Beethoven, and with the pianoforte. That's for sure coming this year. That's going to be extended. Dave Miller writes, I'd love to see videos on music theory, analyzing the pieces you play, what we actually do in the masterclasses. So it's great to read that he enjoys that. Love the videos discussing practices of the day and how to think about Brock and how terms differ, etc. So that's actually performance practice. That's our things that we are sharing already. So John Kyunki asks or says, well, as much as the project months are great for really diving into composer and a set of pieces, I miss the variety of music that was lost because of it. Maybe do a project month every few months and then other months how you did previously. So previously, for if you are new here on Authentic Sound or joined one of this year, so to say, before that I had a music video up the 1st, the 10th and the 20th. Then we came to a situation where afterthoughts videos were published 2 days after that. So talking about the performances, that has a little bit changed in the sense that I've gone to weekly music videos, and everything in depth talking on the music was transferred to the live streams, the live masterclasses on Sunday evening. So Clementi, Haydn, Christian Bach, Costas, again, it's great to read these names so many times, and the big three in just a couple of months. Yeah, I would personally also love to see more lesser known composers like Kozeluch, Clementi, etc., including the neoclassical composers. By the way, John is a composer himself. He was sending, and the Patreon, by the way, he sent a composition of his hand that I still have to try a few days ago. Ivan is writing, I would like, and it's great how he titles this, I would like an idiot's guide to music theory, especially the bit about tuning and composition from 1500 to 1750. So they're about tuning. We're talking about temperament already. We're going to extend that, and tuning is of course part of the temperament thing, because what's the use of that? Only talking about it and not practically demonstrating. So that's, we're going to do the idiot guide to music theory. If I would make something like that, it would be hard to have it titled like that, but I like the way the irony behind that. Let's for sure take ourselves a little bit light and be serious in the things we do, but put everything in a kind of relative perspective. We're only talking about finding out or trying to come as close as possible to the composer's voice. That's what we're doing. That's what fascinates us. But we must make sure and that we don't believe too much in ourselves. So I like this kind of irony. But be very serious in what we do. That's the other thing. Flex writes, just to answer the question and title with the question, could you play and then some Tombeau de Couperin? So this is impossible on clavichord. I replied to him to that. So for sure, extending the channel to music of the Impressionists, which I really like, is hard to do. However, since I was thinking also of implementing maybe 1 day a week or once every 2 weeks a vinyl recording, or just a recording that is very dear to me, maybe not restricted to Baroque music or classical music, might give the option to talk a little bit also on later music and share with you some other recordings and music. It's possible. Playing is more difficult, but it gave me an idea, because we tend to forget, or I didn't know, and perhaps today in general we tend to forget that in early 20th century there was composed quite some neoclassical music that we still today play and love very much. So it might be a good bridge. That music that was like Ravel, I think was Prokofiev not also composing, and I think Stravinsky did. They might have had an own signature to that, but it might be an idea to create a bridge between music, for instance, like from Kostas, and there is some music waiting from Michael Anton as well. I need to find time. That's in a minute. That is a bridge, and people make people aware again that it's not so strange to use earlier styles to create beautiful music. Mikael, who is also very active in the live streams, your channel is great, don't change. You have a great knowledge, live streams are great. It's also lovely to read those comments from you that are so kind to me. Live streams are great, I'll remember that. Skumakat, I love your videos when you invite other people, sometimes experts in the field. Yeah, so that's something I would like to do as well, reaching out to other people. There are not so many on YouTube. I mean, in a way that I feel comfortable with coming on camera or talking through a Skype call or something like that. But I would like to break out a little bit of the cocoon of me playing here alone. It's a lot of work and preparation, but I think it pays off, and also for you to get to know other people, and for me to have a kind of network online also for people that I can work with. So, and also where you present the actual historical evidence and sources and argue from that for a certain thing. I would love to talk about that with other people. I like the videos where you just play a piece as it is. That's how the recording videos and the short recap. So that the recording, that of course we're going to keep. Artspace30, when I met your channel, you were interested on sound quality and recording in places where you could do it. You also were very concerned with the way of playing the clavichord properly. If you keep quality and some standards you know you have, there is no need of thinking a lot. And if you were just more music made in your way and your style, for I'm not an expert in music, by the way, you mustn't justify anything you do. Go on. So great to read. More music, that's something many of you have asked me. I've only recorded 150 pieces, I think, on YouTube, but you get more music. No, just joking. I get your point. Like, for instance, the Beethoven months, we had 2 sonatas of Beethoven over 2 months and was really too little. Luca, great vinyl lover, so no surprise that he would love to see videos of my vinyl collection. By the way, that grew so fast that I don't even know what's in there. If you would like to start to build up a collection of the greatest classic recordings of the 70s, 80s and 90s, that's the time is now, because people are just giving you their entire collections for free. And strange about vinyl is that they want to get rid of them, but want you to take care of them as well. So vinyl is something special, something very close. So talking about monuments and arts in your country, that is something maybe that's a little bit too far from me, because I'm not a traveler and maybe out of the scope of our channel. But if we are going to record on location more, why not talking about the place and the building where we are, giving a little bit of context? So that's a very good suggestion. Also, here misses the variety of videos. Kresimir asked me for a long time to discuss Bach's fingerings in Applicatio BWV 994, and I will do that, but I want to put that in a larger perspective. More on that in a minute. Stay with me here in this video, but it might be a little bit long but important. Enjoy your talking about videos, tempo, temperament. There can never be too much of that. Great to read. Shelby, who is, by the way, not only great trumpet player, but he is photographer professional and also architect. He will do the artwork of the recordings for the vinyl box. He has sent in some stunning first drafts. Also the score of Kostas are we going to publish, so looking forward to work with him. It's great, it's really a blast. He would love to see more on-site performances and also to have a kind of schedule. where he can say, well, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday there are some videos related to this, so I can tune in if I want to see them. He misses the vlogs, which we had in January a lot of. And then Martin, also very active on the live streams. So that's great, the live streams, guys. If you have never seen them, tune in, because we get to know each other much better, and we're going to change that as well. I mean, not change, but upgrade them. Would certainly listen to your podcast. That's great to read, because I would like to make a podcast. It's different than talking to a camera, talking to you visually. Just having a microphone gives another atmosphere, more radio-like atmosphere, and YouTube is, like they say, leaning in content, so you have to be active, you have to open your browser, you have to click on the video, maybe comment a little bit, while a podcast is more like a television experience, strange to say, because there is no visual, of course, but when you listen to a podcast, most people do that in the train, in the bus, in the car, but that's leaning back content. So it's different. Content can be longer and maybe different, but that's for in a minute. Andre, I, for one, have great respect for the work you and your team have been putting into this project. It's great. The team for now has been Anya and myself. I think the quality of the content has come to a pleasantly high level. It's great to read that. Personally, I like many different formats of yours, especially research and music played by you. Looking forward to the pianoforte and works by Kostas. Great to read again. Camera angles are fine the way they are. It's important that you find a balance between your audio plans on YouTube. Okay. Paul Cerner proposed the following issues. Talking about the process of recording and mastering. That's something I know some people are tuned in on the channel because I'm recording analog. I'm passionate about that. I shared some of that process, but it disappeared a little bit. And from time to time talking about microphones and sound is maybe I should do more, because it is important for us musicians. Perform Baroque music also on the Iberian Peninsula. So reaching out to other areas in the Baroque time, what did the clavichord there? Because in the Iberian Peninsula there were clavichords. So then performing more in duos and trios, I would love to do that. Talking about the emergence of performing music with historicist criteria for early music. Should not read too fast. Origin and Evolution, Leonhard Harnackle. Yeah, that's actually a plan I had for a long time, and maybe we can take it up again. Thank you very much. David would love to play me French Impressionist music. That will not be for tomorrow. David is a great photographer as well. I did an interview with him on his blog site, and you definitely should check him out. Great guy. And John, he posted an extensive feedback. So also want to see more kind of diversity in performances. Take your time and do some mini recitals. That's something I will remember. Remember also more variety in composer. Kostas is again here. And then you should read it completely. It's very nice actually. Going to Beethoven sonatas, going to more unknown music. Just continue and just take your time, he says. He is actually very nice concerning also about the working pressure that actually in the summer months was quite high with the daily video. But John is also a student. We have monthly lessons, and that's through Patreon. Check it out. If you don't know that, it's in the description box. Okay, so that's very quick through the comments here on YouTube, and combined with the ones that I got through mail. People are so kind sometimes to just send me a mail because they think that should not be on YouTube, but of course that's all fine with me. So what are we going to do? In short, I don't know really for sure, but we're going to change things. First of all, I need to have a little bit more of YouTube off time or production time, because I need to occupy myself more with the business aspect on an authentic sound. We're going to produce a vinyl box Kostas score, so there need to be text written for that. There need to be contacts with printers, with the layout, everything that needs to be done. And that's up to me. It's not up to Anja to do that, to decide. She doesn't want that. We are, of course, working as a team, but at the end, I have to write the texts. I have to set the courses for that. I have to present everything in the way strategically, communication-wise, so to say, that we would proceed. And I have to back up a little bit from YouTube. Not, of course, I'm not gonna leave, but to create more time. So what do we have then? We have music from Bach to Beethoven and beyond. So Costas, of course, is very important. There might be other composers following, but focusing now on Costas. And a little bit before, Pachelbel and composers like Buxtehude and things like that. So the thing that is really hard for me to keep up is a regular schedule, because that means that I have to produce every single week, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, whatever music video is. On the other hand, it's great because the schedule gives a kind of focus and depth. So I have to find a little bit of a balance. The variety of music, we're definitely going to introduce that again. So we kind of stop with the monthly and 2-month projects, but we're going to expand all the projects that I'm doing over a longer time, and so that there is still a very clear direction on the channel, but on longer term. So for instance, we had now 8 Wohltemperierter Klavier projects in Fuchs. In a row, there might be one after another in a few weeks' time and then in a few months' time, because the Wohltemperierter Klavier is a project that I'm working on. I want to re-record them in 2018 something and bring them out on vinyl. So you will see regular live recordings on Thursday evenings. We keep the dates. Maybe we're going to have another hour, maybe 8:30 would work better here, but I will see. The master classes on Sunday evening will stay the same, but they will jump from recording a Pachelbel piece, talking about the Pachelbel piece, to just talking about a Beethoven sonata that I don't record at the moment, but just want to share some things with you. We might introduce, and I'm very excited for that as well, as you want the diversity on the channel, you gave suggestions. There might be a Thursday evening, instead of recording, just going through some music with you together. I'm just playing à vue. I don't mind playing mistakes on YouTube. You giving suggestions either by mail or in the comment boxes somewhere, or just tune in on the live stream. You say, hey Wim, have you played this Clementi sonata? I say no, but I can take it, and if I don't have the music, we can search it on IMS LP, or if you send me a link through the chat. And so I just try the music live with you. That would be very exciting. Talking about the performances, about the temperament, about tempo, that are the big projects, tempo, temperament, and of course the CPE Bach and Pieces series. Those series will have regular uploads. CPE Bach and Pieces will go every Thursday, every 2 weeks. The Lorenz chats, they will be weekly or every other week. I have to see. There will be no more videos in the weekend. That's too much. And so that might change. And I have to figure it out. So September is really a bridge month for that experiment, maybe October as well. So then, as we did now, live recording with you a music piece and then bring it out next Tuesday, we're going to leave that. There might be live recordings for projects actually heading for a CD recording. And then next week we can have a different upload for a different music piece that we have been recording earlier or at a different time, so that you get a mix of differentiation and actually kind of are surprised if you check the uploads for Authentic Sound what it is about now. So, but overall we have these long lines. I give you an example. I will start with the complete recording of the Hexachordum Apollinis of Pachelbel. Many of you have asked, and there's actually, I think, also a need for it to have a good recording. Hopefully it will be good on clavichord. So for instance, I'm going to record in bits and pieces on Thursday evenings in the live streams with you that music. There will be no upload for that on the channel, but when the CD is produced in a few months' time, I will do a live stream from the chapel probably with candlelight, to present the CD. That live stream will serve as the official, so to say, recording on YouTube, which is of course different than the recording that you can buy on CD from them. But then I like the idea of working in a direction that we create products that we can sell, because everything that we do should over long term be sustainable, but that's still YouTube, and everything we do is giving you a kind of diverse picture of what I'm doing daily. I might turn on the mobile live stream from time to time. I might turn on the regular live stream here, just not announced, practicing with you, just sharing with you, talking with you. I'm practicing often here. Can share with you some sessions on that. Of course, those are the very informal sessions, but I can do editing with you. But those live streams I will not schedule, since that's for now too much. So the 2 weeks live recording sessions and masterclasses, they will stay, and then the mix will go in between. So, and there are of course the other projects, like the course on keyboard techniques. I will produce a course on stage fright. Some of you have asked me to do that, and I think I can give you very good information how I deal with that. So talking about a kind of business model for musicians on social media, I think there's a need for that. And so many things will go also in online courses brought on YouTube in bits of pieces, so I can direct you also to the big courses that also potentially can make Authentic Sound and the projects we're doing sustainable by the income that we generated through that, so that everything is a little bit mixed in between. We're going to upgrade the website in the coming months, also with a blog site within the website, so I can write text, which I like to do, good for Google's SEO. And yeah, so the website will there, the podcast will there, YouTube will be there. I will put all my videos on Facebook, not personally ask somebody to do that, so that we have a greater Facebook presence. We should be present on Instagram as well, but that's something we have to figure out how. So the business model around Authentic Sound, we have to work with more people, and that's a scary step where we are now, but an important one. So this was a long video, and different from other September videos. It's a community video, so to say. So it's for you guys who are tuned into Authentic Sound and really be with us here, because that's great. I mean, we wouldn't be doing this without you, and I cannot thank you enough for that. So keep feeding me with your ideas and suggestions. I will be working out all of this rambling of over 20 minutes in a kind of schedule that's workable for me and for Anja. And that was it. Now back to work. I'm preparing the next J.S.Bach, a video for you, which was actually recorded 2 days ago, but I forgot to turn on the camera. I didn't press the record button. Shame on me. That will be done again and better. I'm happy that it didn't work, because I had actually more information to tell you about that. Okay, that's great. If you see this video and it's the first time here for Authentic Sound, that's a kind of weird introduction, because me rambling about the project that we are going to do and how we're going to change the YouTube channel. But it's great to have you here. This channel is all about exploring music from Bach to Beethoven and beyond, and sharing that with you through my performances and my research, and hopefully to inspire you as a musician or as a listener. And if you like that idea, please hit the subscribe button, also the bell icon next to the subscription button, because you get immediate notification when we go live, and that's a great way to interact with you. So thanks again for watching, sharing this video, very important for YouTube. And we see each other very soon again. Bye.